Hello, everyone, and welcome to your reading. Your inner child has a very special message for you. So look at the 3 different unicorns and choose the one that you are connecting with the most. I will start with the first unicorn. There are timestamps listed for all of them below. Hello to everybody who chose the first unicorn. Within you exists an indigo child. Okay, and some of you may be aware of this, some of you may not be aware, but within you exists the indigo child, the energy of the indigo spirit. And this means that you were meant to be rebellious. You were meant to see things differently, to want to do things differently. Here's an example. You could have been born into a family that consumes meat, but you yourself never, you just have like a natural aversion to it. Now that's not going to resonate with everybody, but that really just jumped through really fast. And it made me think of my old lash tech actually. When her mother was pregnant with her, she could not eat meat. Every time she consumed meat, it would make her sick and she would throw up. And she could eat meat just fine prior to that and in prior pregnancies. And then when she was born, she herself could not eat meat. It's something about her body, it's too much protein for her body to process at one time. So she's a vegetarian by default just because she legit cannot consume meat. And so Spirit bringing that through really fast. Some of you are going to relate to that specifically, but others of you is to show the vast difference between you and the majority of your family members or all of your family members. Okay, you were born to be different, to see things differently, to care, be very sensitive. You know, in the generation in which I grew up, children were seen, not heard. And now, in this day and age, you know, there is so much more thought and concern to children and their feelings and what they're going through and what life is like. And, you know, back when I was growing up, who cared? You're a child, be quiet, don't speak, be respectful. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, right? And so if you were born into a similar like family setup where you were just supposed to be seen, not heard, you rebelled against that. That felt wrong in your soul. And I'm getting something for somebody about the way their father or a male figure in their life treated the family dog was always very, very hurtful to them, because with the indigo child inside of you, you recognize the sacredness of the animals, the pure, positive, spiritual energy in which they are. And I don't know why, but that just came through as one of you. It was like a traumatizing. And maybe like kept the dog outside and you would sneak the dog in. But you just, as a child, you had a lot of compassion for others and what others were going through. And following the rules wasn't always an easy thing for you. In fact, societal structures rub you wrong, and you've noticed that the more that you've grown through life. At times you may feel like you don't fit in. The world is evil, dark, and ugly. Everybody's out for themselves. Why am I here? You're here to be the change that this world needs. Here it says at the bottom of the card, inspire, heart, dialogue, action, passion, community. People who have met you have told you there's nobody else like you. They've never met anybody like you. Very intuitive, very sensitive to energy. In fact, some of you might be a bit eccentric, really standing out. You know, and as I was feeling that, I was really drawn into her purple hair. what society deems important, beautiful, you're like, are you kidding me? You see the true beauty that's found in the soul, the heart and the soul. And you also see when somebody's heart and soul is empty and dark. You know what true beauty is and what something that's truly ugly is. You know, and it's energetic. It's not a physical feature. And so that's why it confuses you. You know, and this could even be where you've had friends that, you know, liked certain people and you were like, my gosh, why? Why do you like that person? And you could just see the superficiality, the emptiness, the flatness of them. And so you were repelled from that energy because it's not authentic and you knew it. And you just couldn't understand like why your friend liked that person, or, you know, maybe somebody you knew and they were romantically interested in somebody and you're like, why? Because you see the truth. You see the truth of every heart. And just know you're not here to fit in and be like everybody else. You're here to be rebellious. You're here to see and do things in a different way. You're here to help others activate themselves into higher consciousness. Your inner child wants you to know this. Wants you to know who you are as a soul, the power in which you are, the vibration. All right, we've got the Knight of Wands, and this is fire. Intuitive decisions have long-lasting effects. Movement and positive results can be achieved quickly and in unexpected ways. And this is Scorpio and Sagittarius energy mixed, which is a beautiful blend when it comes to this indigo child within you. And this is where you know what's right, you take action, and it's also confirming how intuitive you are and how you'll stand up for what's right, and you protect the innocent. There's a lot of energy within you, about you. Oh yes, look at what we have next, the moon. Keep your eyes open, double check everything. Things may be hidden from you. And this is Pisces energy coming through now. Wow, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Pisces. That is very psychic, very intuitive, highly spiritual combination of energies. The moon further iterates how intuitive you are. And whenever something is not what it appears, what it seems, you'll know. You will always know. That doesn't mean you'll always listen to what the energy is telling you or listen to what your intuition is telling you, because sometimes the energy, the story the energy is giving us or what our intuition is telling us is not what we want to hear. So we'll try to ignore it and turn away from it. But you, this is your inner child saying, there is nothing that can get past you if you don't want it to. And I keep going back to you're unique, you're different. And perhaps that points along this journey you have wished, man, can I just be like everybody else? Yeah, I despise them, but man, it's hard. It's hard to, you know, be on my own path here. It's hard to feel what I feel. It's hard to be who I am. I need like connection. And there's just so much validation. And I'm being pulled back to childhood where you felt like somebody didn't love you, whether it was your mother, your father, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, a sibling, somebody important connected to the family, you felt like somebody didn't love you. And you've carried that burden, like something was wrong with you because you're made the way you're made. If I was different, if I could just, stay in the lines, follow these orders, be controlled, then I would have been loved, then I would have been accepted. And your inner child is saying you were not here for that. You were here to be the opposite. You're here to create new ways of doing things. And whoever couldn't love you, it's because they're not on the level energetically. And so they don't understand your energy. They don't understand what you are, the way that you saw the world, the way that you felt about things. And so you've really carried that burden. And your inner child is saying you don't need to. Nothing is wrong with you. You were here to trigger them. Because they need to grow. They need to change. That's what you were born to do, is trigger people. And that's why some people, they love you. And some people, it's like they're just triggered. They don't understand you. And here's the thing. If you're triggering people and you're making them second guess and think things and realize that there's more than one way to do something in this world, then you're doing your job perfectly. You're not meant to blend in with the crowd at all. And you know how they always say, I'm the black sheep of the family? No, you're the purple sheep of the family. Okay? Highly sensitive, highly spiritual, meant to be different, meant to do things differently, not meant to be like everybody else, not at all. I am telling you. And you may have a hard time focusing on really mundane tasks, but what interests you, what you're passionate about, you could go hours and hours. And see, that just shows how free your mind is. Dove of peace. Stay in the heart. All is well. Be at peace. See? Your inner child is saying, no, you're doing everything perfectly. You're doing what you came here to do and be. Breathe the sun. Presence, pineal activation. Relax, let go. Ooh, see, you got two messages here that all is well with who you are, with what you are, with where you are. Ooh, fire of transformation. And that brings me right back to this card here. Radical purification, violet flame, surrendering, resurrection. No matter what you go through in this life, you will always rise again. And you know, the heart is really represented there. And then you see the heart represented here. You have a strong heart. The energy there, the way that you can love, the way that you can unconditionally love. Cities of light. Telos, Adama, Inner Earth, Etheric Retreats, Family of Light. You are a part of something bigger. Your true family is not the family that you were born into this life journey, like the bloodline, okay? Your spirit family, your soul tribe, however you want to look at it, that is where you are truly from. And the bloodline that you incarnated in, clearly, there are some generational curses, some patterns of behavior that needed to be shifted and changed. Divine Cosmic Mother Womb, you are loved, you are safe, rest now, sleep well. You are protected by all that is. You are a child of the universe. Okay, and very important that your inner child is bringing this to you now and letting you know this now. This is when you need to hear this message. And I'm just getting a lot of validation that things that you thought weren't right about yourself, no, you've done everything exactly as you're supposed to. And your consciousness is from a higher collective than the bloodline in which you were born into. Right, Four of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, the Fool, and the Hermit. All right, so the Hermit is wise. The Hermit often stands alone. There's a new beginning up ahead for you. And I feel like there's some new people that are going to be coming into your life with this Page of Pentacles and this Knight of Swords. And I'm getting there more in your vibration. They'll get you. They'll understand you. You'll get them. You'll understand them. I do feel there's a group, whether it's an online group or a group you meet in person. There's like these people around you. And they're a strong support system for you. And, you know, as a general reading, they could already be in place, or this could be something that is coming up. But your inner child wants you to know, yes, we have playmates. And these playmates come from the same neighborhood or very close neighborhoods to where your consciousness comes from. So you will be like-minded, like in energy. What you stand against when you see injustice in that, oh, it really, really triggers you. Because you know, how do I express this? Energy, it's like, okay, there's sacredness to all life. But there's something about you that goes deeper, where you see the sacredness in not just the tangible, but the intangible, the energy of things. In fact, there's a lot of experiences you've had or beliefs that you carry that you don't share with just anybody, because they would probably be like, what? You're crazy. Why would you ever think that? And this is your inner child validating what you think and what you feel. Not everybody is going to understand. They're not supposed to. You just being here, you bring this energy of yourself and you add that to the collective while you're embodied. This, for some of you, you are very, very intelligent, but you didn't do well at school. The structure of it was very understimulating. You're not a mind that can be programmed. All right? Everything about you will always reject that propaganda programming. And so anybody ever trying to push their ideas upon you, whether it's a family member, a friend, a teacher, a mentor, if it doesn't jive in your soul, you're gonna push against it. And any attempts to control or program your mind, you're really going to start flipping out. Like you have defense against that. Shadow, divine healers. Okay, so there's a message from your inner child, and see, this is like you. Please love me. Please see me. And it was somebody around you that wasn't loving you as a small child here. And your angels want to help you heal this energy, and your inner child saying, yes, this exists in the shadow. Let's clear this out. Look at this. Rest with the Holy Spirit coming through. And look at that deprivation, prosperity guides. So this, and this could relate specifically to childhood, but some of you, I feel this carried into adulthood, where you're really hung up on the people who have rejected you. Like, why did you reject me? Why am I not lovable? It really gets to you. You don't understand when you've done everything you're supposed to do, when you've been everything you're supposed to be. Somebody walking away from you is very hard for you to process. It's deeply painful. And I feel more so than what the average person would feel. Because with this indigo energy within you, there's always a part of you that is just in that innocence and purity. And when you love and you open your heart, you're very vulnerable as a child would be. And so when somebody slams the door in your face and walks away, that cuts you so very deeply. And you really struggle to move on from that. And you've got the Holy Spirit and your angels here to help with the process, along with your inner child. And leading you back to a place of self-love and recognizing what's amazing about you, what's magical about you. Actually, you know what? I want to pull a couple of tarot on these real fast. And the first card out was purple. There is some connection between you and the color purple as well. And purple on the back of this deck. All right, what do we have? Oh, see, the Chariot. It's time for you to come into some victory and success, but we've got to clean out this shadow energy. The Sun with the Holy Spirit. It is time for deep healing. And Three of Cups. See, you are a part of something where you have been rejected, overlooked, unloved, maybe even abused. There is a group that you belong to that will love you and will celebrate you, and your inner child wants you to know that. These are your kindred spirits. And some people may be very intimidated by you and maybe even try to like copy you or mimic you. You're your own person. You are unique, and it's either going to dazzle and delight somebody or it's going to intimidate somebody. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to say this. This message just came to me. You see the sun right here. We all need the sun. We love the warmth of the sun, the light of the sun. But you can't get too close to the sun or you'll get burned, right? And that's what I'm kind of getting about you, is you are like the sun. You warm many. You bring light to many. But because you vibrate so high, people get lost in your glimmer, in your shine. They get intimidated, they get fearful, or they get overwhelmed because your frequency is just so high. Wow, what an interesting message. Okay, nature. Ground yourself, find a sanctuary in nature, connect with the elements. Yes, very important for you to always ground your energy, connect with Mother Earth Gaia, and she will help restore you and rejuvenate you. Discernment. All is not what it seems. Stay true to your knowing. Keep your dreams a secret. Okay, yeah. So, as much as you want to connect with others, there are some people, like I said, who are just not going to get you, who are not going to understand you. And there's nothing you're going to be able to do. They have to rise in frequency. And you have no control over that. Okay, so be really particular about who you let in, who you let close. Make sure they are somebody on your team first. And stay true to what you know, no matter what anybody else is saying or doing, because your inner self, you know the truth. You're very sensitive. Freedom. Live wild and free. Choose your freedom. Claim your independence. Yes, you are not somebody who can be caged. Okay, you can't be caged, you can't be tied down. You are a free spirit. Anybody who is around you, who wants to connect with you, they've got to give you the space and freedom to be who and what you are. And in romantic relationships, because the way you shine, just the color of your energy is the best way I can describe this. They can get very possessive and controlling over you. And you're like, why does this happen? I'm honest, I'm faithful, I'm loyal, I'm true. But they just get very intimidated by your energy, by your shine. The very things that attracted them to you are now the things they're getting territorial over and jealous of when they're seeing others noticing those same traits within you, whether it's a friend, family member, or, somebody who appears to be interested in you romantically. There is nothing wrong with you. Your inner child wants you to know that so strongly. Start connecting with Mother Earth Gaia much, much more. The Tower. Yeah, when you're feeling completely out of balance, connect with nature and Mother Earth Gaia. Nothing will be more healing to you. With discernment, 9 of Rods. Yeah, 9 of Wands. Also, keeping your plans to yourself is to not let anybody try to talk you out of it or tell you you can't do this, you can't do that. Not again, you're on a higher vibration and not everybody can exist there. And the higher vibration you are, the more fluid you are, the more open-minded you are, the more you believe in the possibility of things. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, see how this horse is kind of pulling away as he tries to put that around the neck? That's you. You're not somebody who's meant to be caged in. You're a very free spirit. That doesn't mean that you can't be loyal and true in a relationship. What it means is you need the freedom to be who you are. And you can't be locked away out of somebody's jealousies and insecurities. And the people who don't understand you and get triggered, pat yourself on the back, you did your job. The right people will love you. All right, I feel that message is complete from your inner child. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello to everybody who chose the second unicorn. within you exists the energy of the crystal child. And now many of you that chose this second unicorn are going to have your Neptune in Scorpio or in Sagittarius, which means the majority of you that chose this second unicorn was born between 1956 and 1984. Okay, now that doesn't exclude those of you that may have your Neptune in Capricorn, okay, or potentially Libra. But the majority of you that chose the second unicorn, you have Neptune in Scorpio or Sagittarius in your chart, all right? And I'm going to do a few videos on Neptune just to show you how powerful and influential Neptune is. But that Neptune being in Scorpio or Sagittarius in your chart makes you highly spiritual, highly sensitive. This says your natural core, pure, innocent, removing falsehoods, seer. Many of you that chose the second unicorn also consider yourselves to be light workers, empaths, or healers, okay? Because with this energy of the crystal child within you, there is a very pure healing vibration about you. You're meant to connect with people and feel them and help them transmute their pain and their energy. So all of you very strong empaths, okay? And it's just really iterated because she has the crystal here, or she or he, I don't know. I think this is meant to represent both masculine and feminine. But here's the crystal representing the third eye. And then you see all of these crystals around the heart space, okay? These are crystals of light. They're light seeds. They're light codes. And everybody that you interact with, you insert their consciousness with these light seeds, okay? With your words, with your wisdom, with your love, with your understanding, with your healing. And this is something your inner child wants you to understand about yourself. You're very sensitive. At times you may think, like you've thought, do I have some sort of issue? Why am I emotional? Why do I feel this? Because sometimes you can just start crying, like energy just washes over you and you can just start crying. When your moods are just like randomly fluctuating, okay, the reason for that is because you're absorbing a lot of energy from others. You being this crystal child within, you have this subconscious programming to heal, to fix, to enlighten, to elevate others. It's very natural for you. You're somebody who people would call the office bartender. You're always lending your ear. You always have advice. You always want to help. I feel for you guys, and it's interesting because usually when I'm talking about super spiritual people, they tend to be more hermits. But with you guys, I feel there's a lot of energy around you of love. There's a lot of people who love you. Because of the light that you are. Because of what you bring. Because of what you stand for. This says removing falsehood. You're honest, you're loyal, you're true. You walk the path. You always want to do the right thing. You're always coming from a good space. And when you're not, you immediately feel guilty about that. And that goes back to, at times, I feel you've wished you weren't so sensitive and emotional. You wish that you could be, empty and cold and uncaring and mean as you've experienced from others. But you're here to be the change in the world that we need. A more enlightened human being, a more connected human being. And you carry the light codes of the Aquarian age within you. And you know, some of you could have been born with Neptune in Aquarius, but I feel for you guys, the majority of you, it's either Neptune in Scorpio or Neptune in Sagittarius. And Scorpio is big time transformational energy of the shadow, which as a light worker, that's what you do. You shine light in the darkness. Okay. And then Sagittarius energy is higher spirituality, higher wisdom, higher learning, the wounded healer. And therefore, in that space, you're somebody who really does want to heal and fix things. You want a better world, a beautiful world for the children that are being born now, as Neptune is in Pisces. You are a beautiful, gentle soul. And it's not to say you can't get crazy or put somebody in their place, but for the most part, you are a very gentle, wise soul, and you feel very grown and matured to me, which tells me your soul is already quite evolved. It does not matter your age. You've had this wisdom, this way about you since you were very, very young. And the moral compass of your inner child is so strong. That's why you do the right thing when others aren't looking. There's so much about you. You are so loved. You are such a light. And in your darkness, it's your inner child that shines that light for you. That total innocence to shake things off and keep moving forward. You know, and think about children when they're learning to walk, how many times do they fall down? But every single time they get back up and try again. And that's the spirit inside of you. No matter how many times I fall down, I'm going to get up, I'm going to try again, I'm going to master this. I'm going to make this happen. And eventually you do, and you will every single time. When you put your mind, heart, and soul into something, there's no stopping you. But you need to make sure that you're tending your own energetic garden. Make sure you're getting enough electrolytes too. I don't know why that's coming through. But you need a lot of electrolytes. All right, let's pull more cards. I feel like I could just keep going on and on about that, but I got to kind of sit there a minute and tap in. So let's pull other cards. Let's see what else is coming through from your inner child. The flute, which is the Hierophant. Not surprised to see that. Connection to spirit, understanding and education, ritual and celebration. Life is magical. Divinity and gentility with with the Hierophant. See the flute. You know how to tune the vibe of people's energy, of situations. You insert light codes everywhere you go. And with the Hierophant, I feel you guys have a very strong connection to the angels. All right. The Carob tree, awareness and understanding, an open mind and realization that other points of view can be valid, a feeling of completeness. And this is divine peace, the world. That's what you bring to this world with you. is the light codes of divine peace, of divine healing. You carry the energy of the Hierophant to seed the world with. And with Seer, it's very important that you trust your intuition and your inner vision, because you see things for how they are. But this world is backwards, it's opposite, right? And the more evolved you are, the more you recognize that, the more you see that. Your inner child, I'm telling you, right back to you're very loved. You are so loved. You are loved. You matter. You're needed. You're here for a purpose. All right, let's pull more cards. Let's go deeper. Cosmic self. You are a cosmic being. Stay confident in your truth. Oh, wow. See? That's all those light codes you carry with you into this life journey. And this is card 6 and this is card 7. I love that. Ways of pearls, liminal space, new energies, trust, time of growth. So there's new awareness, new awakening that's taking place within you. And see how she's emerged in the water? That's talking about how in tune you are with people, with the energy of things. Circle of life, clear energies, channel with the tree of life. And just see, it's the white light, the light worker, in which you are. And even here on the bottom, cosmic heart source, source of all, true home, just be, heart connection. You are connected to the angels, elven ones, divine creation codes, starborn, architects, divas, sacred geometry. Okay, so divine creation codes with starborn. You carry within you the light codes of higher being, a better way of living, more authentic living, in tune with nature, with all. Peace or peace beyond survival. Peacemaker through inner peace, resolving ancient splits. Wow. These are the light codes within you. And that's healing, right? That's activating, that's enlightening people and the collective consciousness of humanity in your own special way. You are a part of the all. And I'm getting a lot of you that chose the second unicorn. You've done a lot of work to overcome past traumas in your life, whether it was childhood, adulthood. You've done a lot of work to heal, to balance, to connect with source. And your inner child is congratulating you on that, because what you have achieved for yourself is not an easy feat. And some of you, you have a story of survival that would be very, very inspirational to others. You are somebody who is like, I will not be a victim. I am a survivor. I am a warrior. I am a champion. I am a winner. You are a powerhouse of energy. And the angels really, really protect you. There are so many things that you've been spared from that you don't even know. And it's because you live in the light, you live in the authenticity. When you were young, people may have referred to you as a very gentle, wise, old soul, a very kind and sensitive soul. Yeah, see, cosmic self. No matter, what you encounter, what you go through, you will always grow and evolve from it and try to help others and lay a foundation for others to follow, to heal. Because look at what's on the bottom of that, the Ten of Cups. So you replace the Ten of Swords with the Ten of Cups every single time. All right, so we have the Devil, Seven of Swords, Two of Wands, and the High Priestess. You are here to help people move on from their traumas. Whether that takes place just in who you are in relationships, or this is actually a profession that you've chosen in some capacity. And some people may look at you and say you make things look easy, and they have no idea what it takes inside to overcome. And you're like, it's not easy, but I'm glad that I make it look easy to you, because I hope that inspires you to love yourself, to grow yourself, to reach for your dreams. You truly want the best for everybody. You're not somebody who wants to control others. You want them to come to their decisions based on like their soul. You're somebody who, and this may sound foreign, but there's some people out there that, when they want somebody in a relationship romantically, they want that person. Okay. And like, I want that person. That person is who I'm meant to be with. And they'll be with that person at any cost, right? You're somebody who would say, I only want to be with that person if they want to be with me back. And if somebody you really love is no longer in love with you, you would say, I want you to be happy even if your happiness is not found with me. And it's not saying it would be easy, but you always rise above to the higher perspective of any struggle, situation, challenge. Whereas most people get stuck in the negative emotion that is triggered from, the experience. You rise above. You don't want somebody to be with you if they don't genuinely want to be with you and genuinely love you. And believe it or not, a lot of people, they don't care. As long as they have somebody to hang around or somebody to be with, then so be it. But for you, things have to be very authentic. You're not somebody who can fake love. You're not somebody who could stay in a relationship when you are no longer emotionally connected. And there's like some sort of cycle, 7-year cycle or 10-year cycle in your life where every 7 or 10 years there's some big major change, and you notice a huge growth and expansion within you, within your consciousness around that same mark, like every 7 to 10 years. suffering, divine teachers. See, this is talking about you, and whatever happens, whatever you go through, you're always going to overcome. You're always going to find the way. Always, always. It's because your soul is so wise and evolved. Okay, shadow with divine healer and gifts, joy guides. Also, some of the shadow that you have to go through and experience in this life is because you are a teacher and a healer. We got divine healers, divine teachers coming through. And to really understand something, no better way than if you go through it yourself, right? And if somebody's telling you a story about their life and what they went through and what they did to overcome and all of that, it's going to inspire you. But if somebody's just telling you, you know, do this, do that with no personal experience, it's kind of flat, right? Well, how do you know? You've never walked this path. You haven't walked in my shoes. How do you know this is going to work for me? How do you know this is going to help me? So some of the things that you've gone through is not only for you to find the solution in the path of healing and overcoming, but also to inspire others and activate others. And also, you know, talking about how you're protected by the angels. You see these little cherubs bringing gifts. There's some wonderful things that are on their way to you, and that's something your inner child wants you to know. It's going to be like opening gifts. Alright, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups, and Four of Wands. Yeah. You will never stay stuck in a situation forever, okay? The wheel of life is always turning, always moving. You will always end up back on top of the wheel again, okay? And see, here it is, the Queen of Cups, divine healers. A lot of what you've experienced and gone through, not only has it activated you, opened you, evolved you, but it makes you relatable to others, which gives you the power to encourage and inspire and lead and teach others. And yeah, inner child is saying there's something really awesome that's on the horizon for you. It's a cause for celebration, happiness, and joy. So look forward to that. Dance. Move your body to music. Dance with the rhythm of life. Manifest your dreams through dance. So your kryptonite is stagnation. Okay? You are somebody that constantly needs to be stimulated intellectually, spiritually, emotionally. And also a message of live your life like nobody's watching. Nature, ground yourself, find a sanctuary in nature, connect with the elementals. Okay, it's so very important for you at a minimum of once a week to do a meditation, connect with Mother Earth Gaia to really ground and balance out your energy. Also, she will provide you with rejuvenation. Goddess, honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. Okay, so divine feminine is your sacral chakra, which is your water chakra, whether you are a masculine or a feminine. Okay, and it's time to really tap in to that chakra. And there's a message from inner child that you need to give yourself more love, tenderness, and affection than you have been. live life like nobody's watching. And what I mean by that, it just, who cares what anybody thinks? Be you and love every aspect of you. You are a blessing to this world and you are very loved. Right, Two of Swords, yeah. It's time for you to embrace every aspect of who you are and be proud of that. Justice, Mother Earth Gaia is always going to bring you back to a place of center, of balance. And look at that, the goddess with the star. You are a star, okay? That is the energy that you bring to this earth. Your inner child wanted you to know all of this, every message that has come through. And also, some good stuff is on the way. And you are going to have cause for celebration. So if you've been kind of going through it, you're going to be getting out of that very soon. And again, with that dance and that Two of Swords, embrace all of you. Who cares what anybody says? Who cares if they're like, oh, that's wacky beliefs or whatever. You know, I cannot tell you when I first started really getting into tarot, how many people I knew really distanced themselves from me and just, they weren't very nice. And now I'm like, well, I'm living my best life doing what I absolutely love and have passion for a living. And so you've got to do what's best for you and what calls to your heart and what makes you happy, and not worry about the judgment of anybody, because the right people will find you and the right people will love you. And you are very strong. All right, I feel that message from your inner child is complete. I hope that this reading has helped and has resonated, and I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello to everybody who chose the third unicorn. Within you exists the rainbow child, and this says unstoppable, new earth builder, multi-talented, miraculous alchemy. And right away, for you guys, I am picking up on Aquarian age energy is strong within you, okay? Every single one of you has Aquarius that occupies a zodiac house in your natal chart. Every single person does. Okay, after you view this reading, you know, type in free natal chart in Google and look up your natal chart. You have to have your birth time and see which area is occupied by Aquarius, because that house is where all this energy, the message that's going to come through will mostly represent for you. Okay, there's a really strong Aquarian age energy attached to you, and you carry the Aquarian age light codes within you. And what that means is you guys may have ideas and ways of doing things and ways of presenting yourself and ways of being that are quite unique. You are a unique person. There are many, many layers to you, many sides to you. And your inner child wants you to know what makes you different. Embrace that. And with Rainbow Child, that is so all-encompassing. And what I get about you is you're somebody who's really fluid, really open-minded. You don't like anybody to tell you what to do, what to think, how to be. you're like, well, actually, you could take some notes from me. Because Aquarius energy is very innovative, it's ahead of its time, it's enlightenment, it's knowledge. And that's all encompassed within you. And seeing beyond the barriers, because this says unstoppable, right? Oh, I'm trying so hard to express how I'm seeing this message about you. The way you see things. It's just a different perspective. And I'm even getting the way that you experience life, you experience the world, is special, is unique from the average person, but you don't realize that because that's just who you've been all your life. And there's a very fun and carefree side to you, and your inner child is encouraging you to tap into that side of you much, much more. Don't take things so seriously. Very air energy about you, which means you're quite intellectual. You analyze things. You think of many outcomes, many scenarios. Sometimes it can be hard to turn your mind off. I mean, just look at this is a whole crystal cluster right on top of the head there. Yeah, it's really hard for you to shut your mind off at times. And I'm getting for some of you, you have trouble sleeping, or you may have odd sleeping patterns where sometimes you only need to sleep for like 5, 6, 7 hours, and at other times you feel like you need to sleep 10, 12, maybe even 16 hours. When you are in a mode where you feel like you need a lot of sleep, listen to some solfeggio frequencies, meditation music to really help quiet your mind. I believe it's 174 hertz is the one you would want. And allow yourself to sleep. Because when you are sleeping more than normal, it's because you're being upgraded, activated, receiving some downloads, or you truly require some physical regeneration because your energy feels very fast-paced to me, very high frequency. Some of you are very go, 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 go. You don't like to waste a minute of the day. You are very curious and inquisitive. Some of you, what I'm getting, even if you don't believe in a religion, you would go to church like one time to receive the experience of that. And that's what I mean by open-minded and fluid. You could, go sit in a Christian church. You could go sit in a Mormon church. You could go sit in a Buddhist temple. And not, exactly identify with any of that. But, let me have the experience. Let my mind receive this information. Yeah, it's like you are willing to experience. You don't have judgments. You don't have prejudice against things. Even if you were raised very strict, very religious, you've always had such a free mind. Anybody that ever tried to control you or dictate what you should believe, what you should think, what you should feel. Eventually you'll break free from that. You are way too much your own person. And others may try to be like you and mimic you because you are so original and unique in your style. And even like some of you, the way you pronounce words, your own personal words that you've made up, that you say at certain times, nobody can follow you. Like, you are unique, one of a kind. And your inner child really wants you to embrace that. And you're here to be different and really trigger people to think differently, to see differently. And it's not even you have to believe these things or be on board with certain things. It's like open your mind, experience it. If somebody was saying to you, well, I don't like all of this stuff, blah, 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 you're somebody who would start asking for reasons and facts and information behind what they're saying. Someone else's opinion does not sway you. Wow, you are a very interesting, very layered individual. In fact, your guys' message is quite a bit different than the first two. And I get there is just such this fun nature about you. Silliness, being free, being liberated. And being like, why do you gotta take everything so seriously? I don't know, but then I do feel that you're serious at times. Like I said, there's many sides to you, many layers. All right, this jumped out. Lemurian shaman, shadow dissolving in gaze of truth, going beyond fear, initiation. Okay, yes. So when there are times when you're going through those weird sleeping patterns and you're requiring a lot of sleep, it's because there is something going on with you spiritually. And make sure you listen to your body and give it the rest and rejuvenation it needs so you can fully receive those spiritual activations, upgrades, etc. And I'm getting you need to make sure that you have enough electrolytes, you're hydrated, and that you eat proper for your physical avatar because of your energy. It's so high vibrational. You require a lot of energy, which means you need to eat a lot of highly nutritious food or you just don't feel right. You feel off. And interesting. Some cars only take 85 octane gas, right? Low grade, and some cars it's absolutely required that you use 91. And that's what I'm seeing for you is you guys can't live on a sleep and diet of 85 octane when you require 91. Interesting metaphor spirit used there, but yeah, you guys gotta take better care of your physical avatar and recognize that you are a high vibrating energy and it takes a lot for your physical form to contain you. Oh, you know what? Here I'm shuffling these. That's because that needed to come out. And I'm like, this is what I meant to go for right here. You're going to notice, within a few weeks that there has been an expansion to consciousness. right, the sheer water. Look at air energy, not surprised. Queen of Swords, and we picked up on that air energy at the start. Remain free and independent while accepting counsel from a perspective person, or I'm sorry, perceptive person or teacher. All right, so there is a lot of air energy about you. Again, being highly intellectual, being in tune with energy, receiving messages, and remain free and independent. You cannot be contained. Your spirit cannot be held down, but always keep yourself grounded by the perspective and opinion of somebody you trust deeply. We all need somebody in our life that's always going to be honest with us and always tell us the truth about ourselves. And when you have that person, don't take offense to it. Realize that that's in place to help ground you and recenter you. And you are that person for some people in your life where you have to just be straight and honest with them, not be the yes person, and be like, well, actually, this is how it really is, because it will help ground somebody. Wow. All right, so let's see what we have next. Best party time, let go, forget about everything, and come back tomorrow. Okay, see, there's that really fun side to you that's coming out in this card right here. And how interesting is this? Serious, okay, very serious, focused, disciplined. And then over here is spontaneous, fun, life of the party, let's have a good time. So that's just, a couple of layers of who you are, and I love that we've already touched on it, and now here it comes out. All right, so now let's pull some of these cards. All right, depths of love. Let go of fear to jump into love. Let go beyond all attachments. And this is an aspect of who you are. This is what you're already doing. You can go deep into the vibrations of love in a very special and unique way. Tree of life, circle of life, clear energies, channel. See, you are a channel with the divine. And this, I feel, is like a picture of you, your soul, and just the vibrancy and high frequency in which you are. Vision of unity. Focus on the light, right to see, releasing illusion, pineal activation. Okay, so that pineal activation, that's where this upgrade activation is taking place for you, that your inner child is talking about. And with right to see, you have very clear vision. You are ahead of your time in moments. And when in doubt, turn inward to your light and never doubt yourself. Travel, inner and outer journeys, believe in yourself, big shifts. Okay, so through this activation, it's going to create a big shift in your reality in a positive way, and opening the heart, right to love and be loved, heart healing. There's a heart healing also coming in for you. Something that hurt you of the past is going to start dissolving away through this pineal activation that you're going to be receiving. And the ways that you love, whether you're loving another person, you're loving an animal, you're loving what you're doing, it's special. There's magic to it. And believe that. There is no other you. There is nobody else like you. Look at that. The Empress. Yes. The sun. Beautiful. See, that's you. You are just a very high frequency consciousness. Ace of Wands. Nice. King of Pentacles. And see, look at this. This is that very strong, wise, centered, balanced aspects of yourself. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. Your sacral water chakra and your solar plexus fire chakra. And oh my gosh, let me get the last card out. Okay, we have the moon. Look at this. We have a dragon here. And, you know, solar plexus is the fire chakra. Dragons breathe fire. So you have a lot of power in your solar plexus. And then here, the divine feminine energy within your water chakra. And here we have the water. The way that you love, the way that you care, the way that you nurture is magical and special. And the ideas that you come up with, oh my goodness. You should do something with them if you haven't already. You come up with a lot of stuff. Some of you are incredibly creative. But with the shift that's coming on your current journey, it's all about this pineal activation, and it's opening you up in a new way. And I feel for a lot of you, you're going to be aligning with a new friend who's very like-minded, such as yourself, or this could be a new romance for some of you coming in. But I do feel a new person around you, whether friend or romance. And different things that have been heavy in your heart, they're being cleared out. I feel a lot of happiness and joy in store for you. And you are the sun. Oh my gosh. Here it is again. Solar plexus and sacral chakra, divine feminine energy, divine masculine energy. You are so strong in both. Most people tend to be more in tune with their sacral over their solar, or their solar over their sacral. But you are very in tune with both, strongly intuitive, very sensitive. The emotions that run through you are deep and magical. And here you are a leader. You are free. Your energy is healing. You're a strong manifester. You got the sun and the moon, both as energies that, you know, work in conjunction with you. This is so synchronistic. And you know, for those of you where this is like a new friend or new romance coming in, one of you is like the sun and one of you is like the moon. But it's the perfect balance of yin and yang in your connection. All right, business with the Venus. All right, this is a confirmation from your inner child that you are meant to be a leader, being in a supervisory position, being in a management position, owning your own business. Okay, what are your dreams? What are your passions? What are your goals? Also, there's a blessing coming to this area of your life. But you have potential within you to build an empire, to make a lot of money for yourself, to spare nature spirits. Okay, so when you are feeling just tapped. It's important for you to connect with Mother Earth Gaia. And also, you know, some of you identify as star seeds that chose this third unicorn. And so it's important that, you know, in times of despair, connect with Mother Earth and the nature spirits, and then also connect with your star family. All right, what do we have? And oh, look at this family with Holy Spirit. You, your energy, your soul is part of a much higher frequency of consciousness. Okay, family, Holy Spirit, you're a part of that. And they're the way you love, I told you, magical. You have a connection to all things here as well as amongst the cosmos. Your inner child really wants you to know all of this power and strength that exists within you. Right, Page of Swords. Yes, those of you that have an idea for a product, for your own business, something along those lines, it's time to really jump into getting that going. The Star. So here I am saying, when you're feeling depleted, connect with Mother Earth, Gaia, and nature. And those of you that identify as star seeds, connect there, but also with your star family, and the star card literally comes out. And also with the star, that's the card that represents Aquarius in the tarot. And remember, there's a lot of strong Aquarian energy around you, about you in some capacity. And also with the star, that's talking about how, you know, you are unique. You are a rare soul, a rare consciousness to be here on this earth plane. And Four of Cups, you are connected to something higher. And at times, you know, you do get dissatisfied with the way things are here on earth and people, etc. And it's because, again, your consciousness, your vibration is very high in frequency. And so it's like blended pleasure. You do have things that you're happy about and you're grateful for, but also some things that just really suck you dry. And when you're in that feeling, that's when it's time to connect with your family of Mother Earth Gaia and the nature spirits, as well as, if you identify as a star seed, connecting with your star family. Expansion. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. Wow. That's powerful with the message that we've already received. Adventure. Dare to do things differently. Manifest your travel dreams. Move to a new location. Your inner child is answering questions here for you. And dance. Move your body to music. Dance with the rhythm of life. Manifest your dreams through dance. Okay, so it's important for all of you. This doesn't have to be around a business. There's a dream, a goal that you have, and your inner child is really encouraging you to start reaching for it now more than ever before, because you have what it takes. And you're moving into great consciousness expansion through that pineal activation. You have a new person coming into your life. There could be some travel or a big move coming for you. But live life loving who you are, the way that you are. You are rare, you are unique, You're exactly as you are meant to be. And your inner child wants you to know that. All right, so those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.